young. Too many leave unsung, gone in their prime, but there's no right time when we revere them. So many could die young. Touch so many hearts. We hold you in high regard. You were so full of life. We wonder why you're here no longer. So many could die young. No one could ever replace you. My mind will never erase you. Everyone knows good things come to an end, but I still miss you, my friend. Everyone knows good things come to an end, but I'll still miss you, my friend. I've learned that life moves fast, so live every day like it's your last. In the blink of an eye, it could be goodbye, the end of your journey. So many could die young. So many could die young.
Hey there, music lovers, and welcome to another episode of In the Loop. Once again, we're going to bring you 10 songs by 10 different artists, some you know, some you may not know, and material that you may or may not heard, so we can get you exposed to it and we can share in this community of music lovers. Now, we started off the show with a song by Mr. Will Downing, the Prince of Sophisticated Soul. And he gave us a very strong, a very poignant, and a very necessary song called So Many Good Die Young. As you watch the video, we got a chance to see so many different, whether they were singers or artists or entertainers, as well as individual people that may have been taken out by police brutality. We've seen so many people that we've lost over the years that went young, you know, that they still had more to give, more to provide into this thing we call the earth. They had more gifts to pour out. And now that they're gone, we're missing their talents. We're missing their gifts. And so that was a very, unique video and song, co-produced by our good friend, Mr. Randy Bolin. Shout out to you, Randy. And as we have always talked about, still waiting for that album from you, Mr. Bolin. But it was co-written and co-produced by Randy and Will. That song, So Many Good Die Young. And so when we hear songs like that, it should do two things. One, it should help us to remember those people that we lost, the talented, the gifts they gave. They were our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our fathers, our friends, people that we admired, people that we knew and that we received so much love from them. Whether they were taken out by wide circumstances, just by life, or by things like police brutality, which needs to end and to stop in our neighborhoods and our communities. So we hurt when we lose those people, especially in a year like 2020, where so many people have been lost because of the COVID-19 virus that's running rampant, that's taking so many of us out. And so when we lose people like Chadwick Boseman and Kobe Bryant, it inspires us, to think about, what we've lost. But we also need to think about, on the second hand, what we can gain and what we have gained. And that is, we should know now that we should then pour out ourselves, our talents and our gifts and our lives that do what they did. They were special individuals and people, and we need to be doing the same, sharing our gifts and our talents. And then not only will we get a chance to gain, but our families, our friends, and this world get a chance to gain because we are giving what we should be giving. We know that tomorrow's not promised, but we can promise to give all that we have to give to make a difference in our lives, the lives of people that we know, and also in this world. That's what songs like that should be able to do for us. And so we thank you, Will. We thank you, Randy, for composing such a song like this and putting us on a trajectory that we can begin to be what we are called to be in this life and in this world. But that's not everything that Brother Will is doing, because one of the things that he has been doing over the time period is he has his own radio show. And one of the things we want to continue to do with In the Loop is we want to expose you also to other entities, whether it be websites, whether it be radio stations, everything that are trying to share the artists and the music out there that you may not know because you don't hear it on regular radio or on TV. And so we get a chance to hear the independent artists, the soul artists, the jazz artists that are doing such wonderful work that we may not be hearing. And so that's what Will was able to do with his show, the Wind Down show, where he plays, a lot of new songs, a lot of independent artists, as well as sometimes going back into the crates and pulling out something that you haven't heard in a long time. It's his desire to continue to expose all of us to so many musical, artists and sounds, and that's what this is all about: sharing music. And that's what he does on the Wind Down, show. So you can check out the Wind Down show. You can check it out through SoundCloud under the Wind Down, moniker. His website, WillDown.com, and then there's so many different ways that wherever you are affiliated with radio and syndicated shows, you'll be able to check out where the Wind Down program is being broadcast. There's also a lot of indie radio stations that have been picked it up, so it's almost like the show is syndicated as well, because it's being played in so many different ways and different avenues under the moniker WD Chocolate is another way that Will Downing is known under. And so we're so thankful that not only do you share your gift with us, Will, but you are in the business of also helping others to be able to share their gift. And that's what Will has been doing. So definitely check out his radio show called The Wind Down. Now, we want to start the rest of the show, and the first artist that we want to expose is an artist that we hope that maybe Will add into one of his playlists if he hasn't already. And that's an artist called Debra Debs. This is her second album. The first album was somewhere around 7-8 years ago, and made a little noise here in America, more overseas. England and the like. That's probably another conversation we need to have, and how so many of our black and soul artists have to get more love overseas than they do here in America. That's why we do shows like this, so that they would get the exposure and get the love from us. They don't have to go all the way overseas just to get some airplay and just to get some sales and just to get some love for their passion and for their music that they're trying to put forth. And so Debra is finally back after about a 7-8 year hiatus, and her new album is actually called 7. And it's a wonderful, album, cavalcade of wonderful soul music ballads and up-tempo. And she's inspired by the sounds of people like Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. So if you enjoy artists like that, you will love what Debra is given. And there were so many different songs that I could have chosen to expose to you for this particular show. But I went through the whole album and I chose a song, Something to Love. It's one of my favorite songs off the album, and I hope it's something that you will love. So here we are with the song by Debra Debs and the song Something to Love.
Hey, sometimes we don't see eye to eye, but you know I'm on your team, so why you fronting, pretending that she's the right one for you? See, maybe it's safer to pretend that you don't see me, but when we kissed I knew that you caught feelings. So maybe I'm gonna give you something credible about me to love, something to love, something to love.
And that was the song by Debra Debs, the song called Something to Love, off of her latest CD called 7. And if you like that particular song and you want to hear more of her songs and from her album that's already available, you can go to our website, debradebs.com. That's debradebs.com. And you can, buy the latest CD as well as, the CD prior to that, and find out more about this wonderful artist. And like we always say on this particular show, we want you to go to the artist's websites, particularly to purchase and support their music. That's where they get the full amount, for the gift that they're sharing. When you get the music from other websites, like SoundCloud, Amazon, iTunes, and stuff like that, they only see a percentage of that. But when you go directly to their websites, you are directly supporting those artists, and you could be the reason why they're able to keep giving you great music and support their lives and their artistry. That's how we support the arts, and that's very important for us to do. So go to her website, Debra Debs, and check that out. Our next artist up to bat is one of our favorite artists from the city of brotherly love. Miss Vivian Green is back with her latest CD. Now, of course, we have loved Vivian from the beginning with Love Roller Coaster all the way up to this latest CD, which is called Love Absolute. is the name of the new CD, and she has a lot of, chock full of, ballads as well as hard-hitting soul cuts that she's used to giving us. You fans of Vivian Green like me, we know what we're going to get. We're going to get a stellar project and an album from Vivian, and this is no different. You from everything from she does over the song Harlem Blues, which was a song that Cynthia Williams did on the More Better Blues soundtrack. She does a great rendition of that. And again, there were plenty of songs could have chose for the share, but we're going to go with the song called Where You Are, mid-tempo type ballad that she has off of the new album Love Absolute. So this is the song Where You Are by the lovely Miss Vivian Green.
I want to be where you are. I want to be where you are. Oh, baby, I want to be where you are. Wherever you are, I want to be. Wanna be where you are. And I miss you already, baby. Call me just as soon as you get home. And maybe just like teenagers, we'll fall asleep while we're on the phone. And what's your plans tomorrow, baby? 'Cause I can meet you wherever you are. Can't let this feeling go on, no, it's kinda crucial. See, I need to see you soon. I want to be where you are. I want to be where you are, baby. I want to be. That's all I wanna be. Wherever you are, I wanna be where you are. Wherever you are.
And that was the song Where You Are by Miss Vivian Green, Philadelphia's own. We love you, Vivian. It's a wonderful album. It's already available, so you can go to her website to pick up the CD. Her website is viviangreenmusic.com. It's viviangreenmusic.com, and you can pick up the latest album on CD, as well as check out some of the older songs and the older albums that she's put out. Again, and you can support, the music and the artistry that Vivian Green has given us today and over the years. Now, this next artist is someone who's very special, as he comes back with his second album, and it's totally dynamic. That's the artist Jarrod Lawson, a wonderful singer who's given us some great music over the years. Now, the stereotype, about whether white artists are good at doing soul, hopefully by this time, it can be laid to rest. Just like the stereotype about black people not being good at doing rock and roll music. Let's bury those stereotypes, and let's have the artists have their say, do their music and what is inside their heart that they want to provide us. And that's what Jarrod has been giving us. I mean, the first album alone was something that just, knocked our socks off. He came out with probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and it really took us by storm. But this latest album is called Be the Change. And when you get a chance to hear it, it may be one of the best albums of 2020. That's how powerful this album is. Jarrod Lawson gives you a good taste of jazz, soul, and some songs even a little funk in his music, and he does it so very well. And so the new album is actually called Be the Change, but that also is the first single off the album, called Be the Change, a song that empowers us that if whatever you want to see in the world, it's not enough to really talk about it It's about being about it. Be the change that you want to see changed in the world and in your lives. So here we are, the new single by Mr. Jarrod Lawson, Be the Change.
Take time to heal these wounds from the trail of tears in our way. To younger generations undefiled, we'll be a lighthouse to guide the minds, be the change we want to see. Come on, let's be the change.
Very lovely song. Again, it's a song called Be the Change by Mr. Jarrod Lawson. And his album is also already available. So you don't have to wait, to pick up his album. You can go to his website to pick up the album, and that's jarrodlawson.com. You can go to his website and you can pick up the new album called Be the Change. And I guarantee you will be thankful that you picked it up. Like I said earlier, this may be one of the best albums of 2020. Doesn't matter what style music you listen to, it's that good. And so we're so very thankful to have you back, Jarrod, and keep giving us that great music. Now, this next brother is a good friend of mine, and it's like a brother from another mother. That's my good friend, Mr. Brad Marquis. Welcome back, Brad. It's been a while since your last album. He's recorded, I believe, 2 or 3 albums over the years, but it's been a number of years since he's given us some good music, to listen to. The brother just recently got married, so congratulations to you, Brad. We wish you nothing but, mad love and for you and your wife, and that you will be able to explore each other and have a special life together. But the one thing about love is an impetus for a lot of artists when they create music. Their songwriting, their passion. There's a lot of songs that have been motivated by love, whether being in it or out of it or about it. There's a lot of songs about love, and this next song is no different. As he gives us a new song called Always, which deals with the whole concept of love and always being around it and supporting it. So this is the first song that he's given us, and we believe that there is a new album coming right around the corner in 2021, and we look forward to hearing that. But what we're going to give you first is a taste of this single by Mr. Brad Marquis, the song called Always.
In the time, in the place that you want me, girl, I'm on my way to save the day, brighten up the world. My love for you is growing strong, took me by surprise. I think of you all through my day, in my dreams every night. I always want you, baby, always need you, lady, always. like the moon to stars, wheels to cars. You're my prototype of what real love is. Oh, how we feel together is paradise. I will always want you, baby. Always need you. Always be sincere. I always keep it. I will always be loving you. Always care for you. I'll always be missing you. Always be there for you.
And that was the latest single by the artist Marquis called Always. A song about love, and we love to hear songs about love. And so when you get the chance to, go to his website if you want the single, bradmarquis.com. That's bradmarquis.com. And you go there, you can pick up the latest single, as well as check out his older CDs. Pick up a few, add them to your collection, share them with your friends, tell them about Brad Marquis. He's well worth it. And you do yourself a favor, get a chance to listen to what he's dishing out musically, and then look forward to the new album in 2021. Now we have like a jazz set coming up, 3 jazz artists. I call them a horn section. There's next 3 artists that play, horn instruments. And the first one, we go to the state of Delaware, to my good friend, Miss Fostina Dixon. So very thankful that my good friend Randall Grass introduced her to me at the beginning of this year. And we've had a ball this year, a joy this year, helping to push and promote her last album, Vertical Alignment, with her group Winds of Change. And it's a wonderful jazz album, smooth jazz, feel. Faustina's been around, a good while. She's played with some of the best. Tom Browne, toured with Marvin Gaye. So she's not a new jack, even though she may not be something that's familiar to your musical library. And that's why we're spotlighting her, so we can add her music to your library, and you can pick up her music that she's released prior to now. This is a powerful woman, great music. Again, I'm so very impressed not only with her music, but with her CDs, as well as her ministry that she's been putting forth musically and beyond. But then she came out of the blue. I didn't see this one coming, with a new song featuring the lead singer from Cameo, Mr. Larry Blackmon. Come on, you can say it with me. Ow. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Larry Blackmon, that Larry Blackmon, with her latest single called Get on the Floor. So wherever you're doing now, stop it, put the food down, get away from the TV set, listen to this song, get your butt up and get on the floor. That's what she's telling us to do. Larry Blackmon and Fostina Dixon, get on the floor. Get on the floor. The new single by Fostina Dixon. It's an up-tempo, groove, get your body moving. You go, Fostina. We welcome this new single. Looking forward to a supporting album to go behind this first single. And if you want to pick up this single, you can go to her website, FostinaDixon.com, and you can pick up this new single called Get on the Floor. Or you can also go back and pick up her last album, Vertical Alignment, with the Winds of Change, as well as some of her other earlier material. Go out and support this wonderful, talented, truly, wonderful artist, Fostina Dixon. Now, our next horn player, is from the city of brotherly love, Philly gal, and someone who I take to heart because we both went to the same high school, Martin Luther King, here in Philadelphia. It's my good friend, Miss Pamela Williams. She's had a great career over the years, probably better known so far as being the saxophone player that you've seen play with Patti LaBelle and with Tina Marie, but that's not her career. That's just a part of what she's been able to do, because over the years she has carved out a wonderful solo career, releasing album after album after album, giving us some great, soulful, smooth jazz, music over the years. And this is no different, as she is back with a vengeance with her latest single called Coast to Coast. The video is actually showing her from coast to coast all over the country performing, which she has done very well over the years. So this is the first single from her forthcoming album. Again, this is Coast to Coast by Philly's own Miss Pamela Williams. Was a taste of the song Coast to Coast by my friend Miss Pamela Williams, otherwise known as Saxtress. And this particular single you can go to her website to pick up, which is PamelaWilliamsSaxtress.com. You can get this latest single and then go back and buy her earlier CDs. She has some great work that you can pick up and add to your collection and share with your friends. And now the last horn player that we want to spotlight on this particular episode is the man called Mr. Tom Browne. Now, most people may know him because of the song Jamaican Funk, but if you've been asleep on his career, he's done a lot of albums way beyond that, or he did albums around that, but also past that. He's done so many albums and some great work, some great soul, some great jazz. He had an impressive solo career, playing that horn. That's just so beautiful, the way that it sounds and what he gives us with that. And he has a new album out, an EP called Come What May. Great, CD, about 8 songs, I believe, on the album. It will render you speechless when you get a chance to hear it, because he does a great job on this album. Many of the songs he has as a lead vocalist on a lot of songs, a woman called Joyce San Mateo, a woman from the Philippines who is a great singer, and this is her major exposure to the jazz and soul world for us. Her introduction to us who are jazz and soul music lovers. So that's Joyce San Mateo, and she sings a lot of lead songs on this particular album called Come What May by Tom Browne. So definitely get this album. He does a great rendition of the Heat Wave song called Groove Line. When you hear that, boom, it's not gonna make you forget the Heat Wave version, but it's gonna make you appreciate that song ever the more. And there's a lot of songs that, again, we could have chose off this album because it's chock full of some great material. But I chose the ballad called I Believe. And I believe that this is going to be a song that you're going to love. So check this out. This song from the new album, which is already available, by Mr. Tom Browne, featuring the voice of Joyce San Mateo, the song called I Believe.
I hear you crying in my dreams. My aching heart screams. I see that fear deep in your eyes, but hope never dies. Oh, say goodbye to all these rocky shores. Find ourselves a calming sea. Until then, you know that I believe the worst of this storm will pass, and I see a shining light that's gonna last. We'll be free, free from that awful past. Our prayers have been heard tonight. I believe. Oh, I believe.
And that beautiful song, again, is the song called I Believe. Mr. Tom Browne on the horn, lead vocals by Miss Joyce San Mateo. A very beautiful song on a wonderful album. Do yourself a favor and pick up this album and add it to your collection and share it with your friends. You can pick it up by going to his website, which is tombrowne.org. That's tombrowne.org as the suffix. And you can pick up that album and also pick up some older material that Tom Browne has made available on this site. Definitely add this to your collection and support, Tom Browne, all the other horn players, as well as all the other artists that we have shared so far on the show. Now this next artist, I have to say, guess who's back? It's been a long time since we've seen this guy, on the music scene, Mr. Donell Jones. What a wonderful singer when he came out the box, so many years ago. So many, with the first album called My Heart, which I truly loved, with his rendition of Knocks Me Off the Feet by Stevie Wonder. Yearning was another song that I loved by him off that first album. Then he came back with big hits like Where I Wanna Be and You Know What's Up, especially the version with Left Eye, on the cut. This guy's had a great career. But then, he took a little hiatus away from the music scene musically, but now he's back with a wonderful ballad, seductive, poignant. The new song is called Karma. Basically, you get what you got coming back to you, what you've done. That's the new song by Mr. Donell Jones. So check this out, the song called Karma, again by Mr. Donell Jones.
You gotta know that it's over. I gave all of me. My heart is empty. You promised you would change. You said forever, you and me. Look at what you've done to me. I'm torn apart. I'm picking up the pieces you left to me. How selfish could you be? I gave you the world, and you still couldn't be deep. I forgave you when you cheated. I guess it didn't mean a thing. No more excuses. I packed your bags, they at the door. 'Cause I'm through with you. Can't believe the things you put me through. I gave you all my love and then this what you do. Everything you did about the comeback. You gon' get this karma. Nothing karma. You end up losing everything you love. You about to get it. Every single dude from every single dude. You gon' get this karma. Ain't no escaping that. And everything you did is coming back. 'Cause payback's a dog. Oh, you got to pay it back to me. Cause I didn't deserve it. It's a dog. It's a dog.
That karma is something, isn't it? You got to be careful how you treat people and how you deal with people, because it can come back on you. But that is the latest single by Donell Jones. And we're looking forward to, in 2021, his new CD supporting this latest single. But if you want to get this latest single, you can go to his website, DonellJonesMusic.com. And there you can pick up this latest single. And you can also check out some of the other CDs that he's released over the years and what he has available on the site that you can purchase, and you can support him as his artist, and his comeback continues. You can be a part of that comeback. Now lastly, the last song we want to introduce you on this show is a song and a combination that we didn't know that we needed, but we're so thankful that we got it. And that's the latest song by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. After so many years of producing so many great and wonderful songs and hits for people over the years, if you look back over the past 40 years, these two guys are in the top 3 producers of that time period. And the only issue is the debate, 1, 2, 3. But they have been that great with so many different hits over the years, and so many artists that not only did they make hits for, but they made their careers because of the song that they wrote for them. That's how powerful these two guys have been. And after plenty of years of writing songs, they finally decided to record an album for themselves. And so coming in 2021 will be that latest album where they will actually pull in other artists they worked with over the years to be on that album, and them as producers and the whole nine, and it'll be their particular album. Now the first single that they came out with, like I said, was something that we didn't know that we needed, and they enlisted the voice of Babyface. And so we got Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Babyface all on the same song, nothing but magical. And that's what we have. There's a song called He Don't Know Nothing About It. This is the new song by Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Babyface.
better off alone. Think he's fly, cause he drive a 600 that he don't even own. Talking like he the guy, he could buy any girl he won't. He don't know nothing about it. About time you found a man, yeah, but he just be hanging around it. Girl, he don't understand what you go through. He ain't got a clue what love really means to you. He don't know nothing about it. He don't know nothing about it, yeah. Talking about all of the things he gon' buy for you. Can't even get alone. Running around town frontin' like he take good care of you, when everybody knows. How can a guy think he fly when he's still living at his mama's home? Say goodnight, ain't it time? Think it's only right that you let him go. He don't know nothing about it. How time you found a man, he just be hanging around it. Yes, the girl, he don't understand what you go through. He ain't got a clue what love really means to you. He don't know nothing about it. He don't know nothing about it, yeah.
And that was the latest single by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis featuring Babyface in a song called He Don't Know Nothing About It. The one thing we do know about it is that when this CD comes out in 2021, that we know that it's going to be a stellar CD filled with so many different great artists, chock full of some wonderful songs. So we're truly looking forward to that album, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And thank you for this music. And hey, welcome to the individual CD game, fellas. We know you're going to, give us great music. And what we want to do now is we want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of In the Loop. We hope that you enjoyed the music that we gave you this time. We hope that you will go to the individual artist's website, that you will support their music, you support their artistry, that you would at least share the music and their songs, tell people about these music releases that they have coming out. That's how we build this music community, as we go from person to person to person to person, sharing it all, because that's what we have to do as independent, soul music and jazz music lovers. We have to tell one another about these particular artists, and then that will be the promotion that they need to get to the next level of their careers. We gave you a lot of, great artists and a lot of great music on this show, and let's see if I can remember, all the artists that we gave you. We gave you Mr. Will Downing with his, poignant and very powerful song about the lost ones, that we've lost musically, their talent that we given, with his song that he gave in the beginning. But we also shared with you his particular radio show, The Wind Down. So definitely check that out. And if you listen to The Wind Down consistently, then you'll know more about artists like the ones that we had on this show and the music that they're putting forth. That's what his show has done. So support The Wind Down, show. It comes out every Friday, I believe, and every week is a new show. So check it out, support it. Some of the artists that we talked about on the show, Debra Debs, with her latest CD. We also had Vivian Green with her latest CD. Both of those CDs are already available. Go to their websites and pick it up. Mr. Jarrod Lawson with maybe one of the best CDs of the year. Again, it's already available. Go to his website, pick it up. We had the new single by Mr. Marquis, Always. So, definitely, go to his website, pick that up. we had our trifecta of horn players, starting with Fostina Dixon with her song with Larry Blackmon. We had Pamela Williams with her song Coast to Coast from her forthcoming CD. And then we had the incredible, CD by Mr. Tom Browne, which is a wonderful song with Joyce and San Mateo, singing lead on a lot of those songs. We had the comeback by Mr. Donell Jones, and we had the song by Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Babyface. Just some great music and some great songs. Pick them up, add them to your collection, tell your friends about it. Again, we thank you for tuning in this episode of In the Loop. Hopefully we have kept you in the loop of new music. Hey, if you like the show, let us know here at Euphoria Media. Let us know that you like the show. Share with your friends. In the comments, tell us what we can do better or what you enjoy about what we're doing. Also, if there's some artists out there that we don't know about, hey, put them down in the comments. Let us know about those artists, and we can get them into one of the upcoming shows of In the Loop. That's what this show is all about. Community of music lovers, just sharing our love for music, and just sharing with one friend, 2 friends, 5 friends, 100 friends, 1,000,000 friends. If we would do that, then all these artists would have their artistry just explode, and so many people would know who they are, and then they would be able to support those artists, and we would have a great community blessed with great music by some wonderful music lovers. Again, we thank you for tuning in to another episode of In the Loop.